Got it.
Hey, everybody.
All right. NT.
National Treasure. I don't know if there's a colon. I guess we'll talk about that.
Yep,
Book of
we'll
Secrets.
talk about it. It's on the one sheet.
Of course, we always have to talk about punctuation.
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. Okay. I'm ready to start.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. One, two, three, click. All right. One, two, three, clap.
Clap. One, two, three, clap.
Clap.
Every morning, the President of the United States receives one of the most highly classified documents in the world. Known as the President's Daily Brief, it contains intelligence gathered from military, diplomatic, and covert sources across the globe. Nuclear threats, terrorist activity, international crises. The kind of information most people will never see, and naturally, if Americans can't see something, our imaginations and conspiracy theories, and naturally, if Americans can't see something, our imaginations and conspiracy theories run wild, and we want to see that thing. Is there stuff about UFOs? What about the grassy knoll and the second shooter? How could those guys land on the moon with it being so far away? What about Elvis? Where's he living nowadays? Is the recipe for Coca-Cola really that big of a deal? And does Nicolas Cage wear a wig? Or is that hair plugs? Because we've all always loved the idea that somewhere locked in a government vault is a master file containing the answers to history's greatest mysteries, the President's Daily Brief, with a bit of a plus up in the title, seemed like the perfect MacGuffin to drive and escalate the sequel to the beloved, fun, ridiculous, conspiracy slash treasure hunting slash riddle solving slash Declaration of Independence stealing 2004 blockbuster. I mean, where can you even go from there? Answer: kidnap the president of the United States. But in a really nice way. And voila, he'll tell you everything you ever wanted to know. We're the two Gomers. We're talking National Treasure Book of Secrets. And this is Perfect Movie.
Welcome, everybody, to Perfect Movie, a podcast where two regular guys try to save the universe and the President of the United States. One great film at a time. This is Anthony speaking, one of those two aforementioned Gomers, trying not to steal the rest of the past. With my friend Steven, all the way out near Starman Crater, another government conspiracy in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Now, you just have to steel yourselves, everyone, because when it's this is a movie that we have been again quoting, just like the first one that we did 2 years ago on Perfect Movie, um, that we quote in that voice, which isn't quite the right voice, but it's one of these things that is just become what it's become. So we love when Nicolas Cage says that he's going to steal the Declaration of Independence. We love when he hits the E and the L twice in that first movie. We love in this movie that he's going to kidnap the President of the United States. And even more than that, we love how he freaking says it.
More than anything, dude, we like how he says stuff. And like I re-listened to the our first episode, which
Yeah.
dropped 2 years ago. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
3 years ago. 2 years ago on the bonus disc,
No, it's a
right?
year ago on bonus disc, 2 years ago on the
Oh,
main feed,
okay.
2024. Yep.
Okay, I did that math
It
wrong.
is
I
it is
was thinking,
confusing. I had to do all that too in my brain.
yeah, it
Yep.
was like daylight savings
Right. There was
plus
daylight
leap
savings.
year,
Yeah, where is the sun hitting the brick? We have to figure that out to figure out
right?
when we record that episode.
Google glasses, um, all that stuff. I had to make those calculations. Also, there's
Mm-hmm.
a gnat. This is the summer. Put this in the summer. We're almost in July 2026.
Yep.
And of course, there's a gnat in my
Y'all,
studio.
there
Gomer
is a
Studios is
gnat.
it's like likes the microphone. I keep trying to slap it and I can't get it, dude. So this
I'm,
whole
I'm
episode.
glad that some people will be able to see this video because Anthony is flailing around this whole time so far. During my cold open, he's just flailing around during
I'm
the
so
intro.
sorry, dude.
It's okay. I know how it is. We talked about this on the Alien and on the Aliens episode where you have that
Hmm.
little tiny monster in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
can't see it and it just bothers you. That's
Yeah,
happening in
I
real
mean,
time right now for Anthony.
speaking of summer, dude, like this is when in the South, no matter how clean, no matter how many bug, you know, services your neighborhood has,
Mm.
there's still going to be a few erroneous palmetto bugs.
Mm.
You know, I mean, that's what they call cockroaches. It makes it sound nicer.
Really? I had never heard that. I'm taking a
I think. I
supplement called
think.
Palmetto right now. What the heck does
Yeah.
that mean?
I don't know. I've heard people call it that. Oh,
Okay.
dude, I
Am I
got it.
eating bugs?
I
Oh,
got
yeah.
it.
Everyone, hooray, hooray. We can stop the episode now. Anthony,
Oh, sick. Okay.
like chopsticks in Karate Kid style,
Yeah.
just caught the gnat between his two fingers.
Oh, there's another one. No. Got it. I got the second one and the
This
third
is
one.
wonderful. And are these the palmetto bugs that you speak of? You got them both?
Oh
Oh no,
no.
you just said those were
No.
cockroaches. Ew,
Yeah.
sick.
Sorry. This is TMI. This isn't fun. Sorry. Well, no, that was fun. Sorry, but like those are kind of like gross. Sorry.
Well, you hate bugs. You hate bugs
Yeah,
and you
I'm not
hate snakes.
not a huge bug guy.
Were you scared by that big snake in Mandalorian and Grogu? That big giant snake that they
Don't
had to
I don't
fight?
like snakes. Don't like water. I like water, but I don't like snakes in water. You know, like we did this
Ooh.
tubing adventure
Uh-huh.
last year,
Yeah.
and like everybody's like, "There's a water snake," and it was like, like shooting around, dude, past different people's tubes. It is like
That you were
so
not into
fun, but
that?
then you see something like that, and it's not fun. It's cringe inducing. You're like, "Get me out of here, dude."
Something about National Treasure versus Indiana Jones is there's never any bugs or snakes. Like you know
Yeah,
how huge that is in the Indiana Jones series?
right.
Not there's no animal. Well, does he ride a horse ever? I don't think he even ever rides a horse in National Treasure. There's no animals.
I
Do they
you're
live in
right.
this alternate universe where there's no animals?
Mm-hmm. It's really interesting, like the kind of intersection between Bond and
Mm-hmm.
Indiana Jones, like we talked about in the first episode of this,
Yep.
um, and Mission Impossible a little bit, gadgets, you know, zoom in and enhance, stuff like that.
The
Yeah, they're
what is that other series called that I don't like with Tom
born.
Hanks and his bad hair?
Oh,
Um
Da Vinci Code.
yeah, so you've got the conspiracy side of all that
Uh
stuff
huh.
in National
Right.
Treasure. And guess what? I just remembered a bug in National Treasure Book of Secrets. When he's reaching into that rock,
Mm.
but which there is a
Mm.
huge stricken about Mount Rushmore that I will get to here and the
Okay.
geography of all of this.
Great.
But when he reaches into that rock, you do see a little bug crawl by his hand.
There you go.
We
You.
found a bug. Yay, yay. I'm just as excited as when you got
Yay.
that gnat.
Sweet. Sweet, dude. Ugh.
Um, I, okay. National Treasure, Book of Secrets. One of my, I have a lot of strickens again.
Yeah, I have some Strickens. Absolutely. Oh, wait, but we got to talk about the title real quick. National Treasure colon. It's not National Treasure 2, which I've been thinking up until I did the Gomer 1 sheet.
Yep.
I thought it was National Treasure 2.
So this is a
And
big
then,
deal in our year of the sequel.
yep,
I think, well, no. Aliens didn't have
yep,
a two in it, right?
right, yep.
Um, I think everything else we've done has had a two in it, but this our first subtitle of the season? Well, I guess episode two, partner to Attack of the
Yeah,
Clones,
yep, yep,
um, has that subtitle, but this one has no two at all, and
right,
it has instead of the two, it has a subtitle.
right. Well, Indiana Jones, they don't have any numbers either.
That's right. I'm just thinking about our year of the sequel so far.
Right. Yeah, the ones we've done so far. Because I was also thinking Mission Impossible got partnered to Dead Reckoning, stuff like that. For a while, was it numbered?
It was numbers up until 4. So it was Mission
Yeah, because there was
Impossible 1, 2,
MI3.
3. Yep.
Yeah,
And then
remember that.
Ghost Protocol 4. And so my guess about a subtitle has always been once a subtitle kicks in, that means this series could last forever.
Oh,
They're tired
yeah.
of numbers, right?
Yep.
Now, that doesn't quite work with this one because this was the final one.
Bummer.
Come
I mean,
on,
we still
cowards,
want
make
three.
make a National Treasure Part 3. What the
Yes.
heck?
I mean, like that book, the president's book,
Yes.
is just like the ending of Raiders, where there's all
Mm-hmm.
those things, and you just imagine what else is in that president's book. I have a stricken about that, but that book
Well,
is so cool, dude.
there
It's like,
is an
yeah,
actual setup where
yep,
he has him look at page 47 and we
right,
never hear what's on page 47. Doesn't that seem like I
yeah,
haven't I didn't do any reading about this. I don't know why, but it seems like this series was really hitting. I think it was making money. It's
yep,
pretty well liked.
mm-hmm.
I don't think this is a beloved series, but it's well liked.
But it's liked by the whole family.
It's
You
a
know what I mean? Like
family film.
we
Exactly.
watched
Four
it.
quadrant.
Absolutely, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Like the only person that I could see not liking it would be that surly, goth kid on vacation. Did you
Yeah, that Saturday Night Live skit. Definitely. But that
just like
goth get on vacation wouldn't like anything. So I think that's probably proving your point. I love that kid.
I know, dude. Like
And I
the
also know some of those kids.
mid to late teenager, just like doesn't like anything.
Yeah. Um, so it just it is always so odd to me that this series didn't continue. Um, but it didn't. Now I still think there's a chance.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a chance with Nicolas Cage. I mean,
Yeah.
we have spent a lot of time with Nicolas Cage the past week because we watched the Spider Noir show that just came out
Mm.
on Amazon Prime, a spin-off from a very strange spin-off from the Spider-Verse series where
Right.
Nicolas Cage plays a black and white noir Spider-Man in a
Yeah.
very bit part. They spun it off. It's a whole live action show that you can watch in black and white or color. It's, in my opinion, really good. And it all comes down to Cage, baby. He
Mm.
is just still so good and so weird. And so you never know what Nicolas Cage is gonna do.
Hmm.
Um, he's still, I think, pretty beloved. So come on, Disney, throw Turtle Taub some money. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
um,
20th anniversary. I mean, for the 20th anniversary, that we got.
yes.
If you start making it now, you can make National Treasure 3, page 47. Right.
I just got goosebumps. So I'm so embarrassed to say it, but I never thought of National Treasure page 47, which isn't a great title for most of the world, but because I
Yeah.
just saw the movie, I have goosebumps. And it's hot
National.
out.
Yeah. National Treasure colon page 47.
Okay, is there a colon? Because on the poster it doesn't look like there's a colon, right?
Oh, okay. On IMDb, this is
Uh-huh.
how it reads on IMDb, and I wrote it at
Yeah.
the top of the one sheet.
Okay.
National Treasure colon partner to
Yeah, right.
Book of Secrets. I added
Don't
that part
don't
parenthetically.
lie. Now, oh, wait a minute. Holy cow. On the DVD box, it says National Treasure 2 Book of
Oh
Secrets.
no.
What that's
Oh
strange, but I
no.
have not seen that everywhere.
Oh
And then I'm seeing it other
crud.
places where it's not. I
Okay.
don't I don't receive it. I
No.
don't think it was that
Okay, but Box
originally.
Office Mojo doesn't
Yeah.
have it like that, okay?
Okay, great.
Um the poster that was in the movie theater is
Yep.
just National Treasure, Book of Secrets, no colon.
Okay.
Only Nick Cage on the cover. LOL.
Do you see is he standing up above the Mount Rushmore? Is that what's happening on that cover?
Yes, he's got a torch. You can see the Eiffel Tower, the
Okay.
Capitol,
Big Ben too. I think
Big
I'm looking at
Ben,
that
and
picture too.
I mean that is like, look at the stakes in that. I mean, that is pretty cool. When you see that poster, you're like, what? This is worldwide,
So
dude.
that isn't one of my evidences, but I do have a list of plus ups,
Okay.
and I do think that the natural thing here that they do well is they go international.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We talked in our National Treasure 1 episode about how maybe it didn't hit internationally in the box office because it was all about America.
Right.
This
Yeah.
time they go to Paris. They go to
Yep.
London. Come on, put that in the theater. You guys can come to the theater now and see this. It's in Paris. We
Right.
destroy London and just leave. That's a stricken of mine. They drive around London, crash so many freaking cars,
Yep.
run so many red lights, throw litter into the river, and then they just like leave, no repercussions.
Yeah. That sucks. That sucks. That's not cool.
I'm striking that right off the bat. But yeah, I'm seeing also original marketing. There's no two. National Treasure, Book of Secrets, and then I think probably when they put the DVD out, and there's no VHS at this point to be found. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
uh, they added the two, which I think is dumb.
Yep. I agree. I mean, it's not on IMDb.
Okay,
So
then
I think I
strike
think we
that
were
too.
right. Yep. I think we were right.
Mm-hmm.
Here's
Okay, good.
something else. Is it possible that this movie could also be known as copying Beethoven 2 colon Book of Presidents or what?
Well, I don't understand. I don't understand what you're talking about. Does Beethoven second have something
Okay.
about a book in it?
No. Okay. So I was because of my algorithm, I'm always getting classical music stuff,
Yeah.
and there was a clip of Ed Harris
Uh-huh.
conducting Beethoven 9 as Beethoven, which he played Beethoven in the movie. I thought it was Immortal Beloved, and I couldn't find him, and it was copying Beethoven. Uh,
That's what the movie is called, Copying
the
Beethoven.
movie's called Copying Beethoven, and maybe like only I saw this movie because like
I have
um
never heard of this movie.
wow,
It's
that's a
got Harris in it?
Ed Harris is Beethoven, dude.
What the heck? Look at his hair.
Yeah, dude. This is like right after Partner to
W-
Stepmom.
Wait a minute. It's the same year, I think.
Yeah,
This came out a year before Book of Secrets.
right. But look at it on IMDb and look who the second billed actor is in
Um,
copying Beethoven.
Diane Kruger from National Treasure and National Treasure, the Book of Secrets. One
Yeah,
of our
dude.
favorite actors. One of our favorite dress wearers.
Yep. I mean that
Diane
dude, this
Kruger.
at some point we'll have to get to the sweater. The final sweater scene in this movie is so good.
Uh,
Wow.
there's a lot there's a lot to be said about fashion in these movies.
Yep.
I'm taking in Copying Beethoven right now, which I've never heard of and I certainly have never seen. Is this a movie I should watch? I mean, I love Ed Harris and obviously I love Diane Kruger and I love
See,
them in this era.
I'm seeing the trailer right now on IMDb, and here's what it looks like. It looks like, honestly, I don't remember a whole lot about it other than it being not particularly historically accurate.
So you did see
Um,
this movie.
I did, I
Okay.
definitely did because like I recognize this. She, it kind of looks like Amadeus a little bit. Um, she, I think, helps him transcribe his music as
Yeah.
he's losing his hearing. She starts kind of like helping him conduct.
Yeah. I
And
love
so
that.
the scene that I saw was on, um, YouTube, and
Uh-huh.
it was her. She's like in the middle of the orchestra, crouched down while he's conducting the world premiere of Beethoven 9, and
Okay.
he can't hear anymore, right? But
Yeah.
he's conducting it, and she's like, it's like marching band when you have the two conductors.
The true drum rangers. You have
Yep.
like the conductor, right, who's
Yep.
paid to do this, and then he's basically conducting the two student drum
Yeah.
majors, right? That's
Right.
how it always was when Noah was a drum major. Yep,
Yep.
totally. Yeah.
So she's
Um,
kind of like that. But that's
okay.
just
That sounds
so
good. I like
weird.
that.
I was like, wait, isn't that Diane Kruger from National Treasure? And then a week later, we're doing this. And I was like, wait, Ed Harris also. Isn't that weird?
I mean, and also weird that I've never heard of this before. So it's going on my queue. I don't know how high it is on my queue, but the fact that it's Harris and Kruger,
Yeah,
a dynamic duo,
totally.
right straight out of National Treasure Book of Secrets, that puts
Yep.
it way up on the list. I wonder if it's good. I mean, you and I love Amadeus. I would love to do Amadeus at some point on
Oh
the.
man, this is not this pales in my memory. It pales in comparison to Amadeus. But
Okay.
even having just and so I haven't seen it in 21 years, wait, or
Okay.
20 years.
Yeah.
And I remember with Vagality being like, Ed Harris, what? I love you, but you're not Beethoven.
Yeah.
You know,
Now, what about,
yeah,
did you ever see Maestro? Have you seen Maestro yet with Bradley Cooper about
nope.
Bernstein?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Maybe at some point we could do like a Mozart versus Bernstein versus Beethoven
Yeah.
biopic
Well, we could
showdown.
put Tar in there, dude.
And Tar is in there too. I mean, Tar, not a real composer, but man, what a
Right.
movie. And also she uses Blackwing, which I love.
She uses Blackwing conductor though. She wasn't a composer.
That's right.
Um, but
Bernstein
real
also uses
musicians,
Blackwing in Maestro.
yes. Yep,
Um,
we texted about that.
exactly.
And then my music director is in Tar, just like
That's right.
her
She gets a
name is
shout out.
mentioned.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember. I think I
And
texted my dad when that happened.
yeah.
Um,
Yep.
okay. Anyways, great news about another film with Ed Harris and Diane Kruger. Not similar to, but at the same time as National Treasure Book of Secrets. Nope. Well, no two. I think we've just
Yep.
said
There you
no
go.
to, and that is
Right.
important in the year sequel. We always wanted to talk about how are these movies identifying themselves as sequels, and this has been exciting for me to talk about for a while. Just that very thing. Book of
Sweet.
Secrets. What a punchy title. Let's do the one sheet, and then
Oh,
I'll do
okay.
the back of the box. Um,
Great.
because I have a list of Strickens, which are always fun,
Yeah.
and I just want to talk about this movie a little bit. It's great.
Okay. That reminded me of one of my Strickens. I just have to write it down.
So you
Yeah,
don't
it's
forget.
so dumb. Okay. All right, dude. National Treasure: Pertner to Book of Secrets, added
Yeah.
by Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
December 1st, 2007. So this would have been we would have been home for Christmas from New York.
Did you see this in the theater? I didn't.
Almost certainly. I bet this was no, we would have been living in Florida by then. Yeah. I think we
Okay.
were living in Florida. So yeah, I bet we would have been home. This is an absolute family movie we would have all gone to for the Christmas week. I bet we did.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't think I saw, unfortunately, either National Treasure movie in the theater.
Okay. This definitely seems like a family movie. Like we did like Pearl Harbor also.
Oh, I
I
just
feel
watched
like
that
okay.
this summer. We'll talk about this a little bit later. I've been watching some patriotic in heavy quotes
Ah,
movies
okay.
leading up to the semi quincentennial. Yeah, that's it. I have a list of patriotic movies that won't make me feel bad about the country right now. And
Right.
so we watched Michael Bay's Pearl Harbor, I think for the first time I've ever seen it.
Wow. Dude, how good is that movie, man?
I didn't really like it very much, but it
I
definitely
like
has that Ben Affleck, Michael Bay
yeah, dude.
um feel. Who's the
Huge
producer
teeth,
of this movie? I can't
humongous
remember.
teeth, right?
Just his teeth. There's a certain time, and then who's the Oh, Hartnett, Josh Hartnett. Who
Yep, he
who was
was
like, whatever happened
huge.
to that guy?
He was in something recently.
Oh, he was. He was in Shyamalan's Trap,
Oh,
the
okay,
new
I didn't
M
see
Night
that.
Shyamalan.
He was in
Um,
something before that
okay,
within the last year. Crud.
I can look up what Hartnett's been in while you continue on
Okay,
with the one
I
sheet.
was remember absolutely with watching Pearl Harbor with fondness in what it was for
Yeah.
what it was. Same with
Yep.
Armageddon to me. Like
Yes.
I don't know, they're just
I mean,
bit.
I love Armageddon. Something wasn't. I mean, I was like, this is gonna sound so bad. Oh my gosh. I was like, get to the bombing already when I was
Oh god, yeah,
watching
you're like
Pearl Harbor.
it's like Titanic. You're like, all right, we know what's gonna happen.
It
All
it
righty.
really is a poor man's Titanic to me. Like it, Michael Bay is not Cameron in the storytelling.
Got it.
The setup was just like, okay, okay. Like
That's hilarious.
um but then once the bombing started, I was super into it and
Got
loved
it.
it.
Well, see, I love the like Ben Affleck, yeah, like Josh Hartnett love triangle stuff. They think he's
With
dead. He comes
Rachel
back.
something or other, Rachel Brosnan. Oh yeah, she falls in love with him, then she
No,
falls in love with the other
Beckinsale,
guy,
Kate
Kate
Beckinsale,
Beckinsale,
right?
that's it. Yep. She
Yep.
falls in love with Affleck, then he dies, but he doesn't die. She loves Josh Hartnett, then Affleck comes back. She has to decide, and I was like, okay, okay, come on, at least
Yep.
bomb or something so that you can all be friends or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Well,
One of you
and
should
then
die.
there was that like champagne scene he like that actually happened where he hit his nose with the champagne bottle and he's actually crying. Like I think
Oh,
that
I
was real. Like when he
wow.
pops the champagne and it hits his
I
nose,
remember. Yes, yep.
I'm pretty sure that was real. And
Pearl
so he's
Harbor.
trying to hold back those tears. And also, dude, my grandpa was at Pearl Harbor days before, like weeks before that
Jessica's
happened.
grandpa also.
But was gone by then, right? Like not there, stationed there.
Not stationed there, but then was a bomber in the war. My
Okay, interesting.
Jessica's grandpa was, and then never talked about it until his deathbed. It was crazy.
Wow,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, mine was at Pearl Harbor. Within weeks of the bombing, wasn't
Uh-huh.
there for it. Naval dude. Both my grandpas were Navy dudes.
Yeah.
Naval, in the Navy.
Yep.
My grandpa Georgeson was on the submarines,
Wow.
and then my grandpa Churchill was on aircraft carriers, whatever they were called.
Yeah. Um, my grandpa on my mom's dad was in the war. I can't remember what exactly he did. Um, and then my mom's mom was like a riveter, like a Rosie the
Oh
Riveter type.
wow,
Yeah.
cool.
Um, See everybody, this is some America
Wow,
talk
dude,
for
July
July
4th.
4th. Now, this movie did come out in December,
I
like you
know.
just said, and so
Yep.
we spoke about this during the National Treasure one episode. There's summer move. They have become summer movies, but they were not released in the summer. We have chosen to do them because they are patriotic adjacent. We did Independence Day, National Treasure, Jaws,
Yeah.
right? That
What's more
and then this
American
one.
than apple pie and the summer blockbuster? Um,
Exactly. Yep.
Great. All right. So this came out at Christmas, December 21, 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Runtime 2 hour and 4 minutes. Okay, I was thinking about that,
Yeah.
dude. Since this is an all in, the whole family goes. I actually think a longer movie's better because it's more stuff to do, more time
I
together.
see. Yep. Now I do think this movie's shorter than the first one.
Yeah, I
Um,
think by 2 or 3 minutes. I didn't have the other one sheet up. Um,
there's just a lot of
yeah,
plot that they have to. I mean, I guess maybe plot isn't the right word, but there's a lot of stuff that they stuff into these.
yeah.
It's pretty relentless, right?
Hmm.
It goes and then it goes and goes, and so I think I like the runtime on the second
Hmm.
one a lot.
Yep. Budget $130 million. The previous
Hmm.
one was 100 million.
Yeah,
Gross at the box office 219.96 million US, 459.2 worldwide.
that's
Uh,
way better than the first one worldwide.
yeah, that's over 100,000 more for both. 50,000. So Yeah, it was 173 million US, 347 worldwide for the first one.
Don't you think if they put a third one in the theater,
Yes.
it would make Boffo bucks?
Yep. I mean, what has Nicolas Cage done that's better than this in the last 10 years?
I don't know if there's
Or at
anything
least
better than this.
blockbuster, or, like
No,
box
exactly. He's not,
office.
he
I
hasn't
mean,
been a box office draw since
yeah,
this. Is my
interesting.
like he can't open a movie and guarantee $500 million anymore. But
Right.
honestly, I think National Treasure, page 47, they probably wouldn't call it that, but
Yep.
would make them hundreds of millions of dollars. People would be very
I
excited about that.
We'd be so down. We might do a Gomer. I mean, I would be more excited about that than I was about a new Star Wars movie.
There's I agree. Now, the new Gosling Star Wars movie coming out, I'm really excited about that.
Yep,
I
excited because we love Hail Mary. The girls will be totally all in on that.
It just looks a little grittier and it just looks more interesting to me than Mando did. I would be way more excited about National Treasure, page 47, than I was about Mandalorian and Grogu. Way
Okay,
more.
right. Us too. By the way, we went, had a blast.
Yep.
So finally
Yep.
went. We had a total blast. All
Awesome.
right. Other movies around the same time: Spider-Man 3, Shrek the Third,
Uh-huh.
Transformers, Pirates of the Caribbean. These are, I mean, Harry Potter, Born Ultimatum. All of those are sequels, except for Transformers.
Transformers started a new intellectual property movie. It started a new franchise, but you're right, it wasn't a sequel yet. I
Yep.
get it. 300, were you a 300 person?
No, not. I
Okay.
don't think I ever even saw it.
That was like huge on campus, 300.
Sure.
So I went to see it and I was like, okay. I mean, Zack Snyder, right? This was
Yep.
Zack Snyder before he was doing the Snyder cut.
Right. Pre
Um,
Snyder cut Snyder.
I am seeing some movies on here that are very important to me in my life.
Yep.
Ratatouille,
Yep.
one of my absolute faves.
Yep.
I Am Legend, I went to with my dad and we had a
Mm.
amazing time. I love that movie.
Sweet. Okay.
Um, and then there's Dan in Real Life.
Yeah. I mean,
One of the
Dan in real life.
best.
That was in the four. Like, when I do box office mojo on these sheets, I do like top 10 to 20.
Yeah.
Dan in real life was like 40,
Right.
45.
So you scan the list for any
Yeah.
canon ones for your
Yeah, dude.
to include on the list. Like, I feel sorry for Dan in Real Life. I'm gonna put it on this list.
Yeah. No, I definitely not sorry. Like, very, very happy. But yeah, I mean, it
I'm
didn't,
so I
not a
guess what I
box office.
mean is like it didn't it's 40th, but man, it's important
Yeah.
to us, so you're gonna put it on the list. Yep.
100%. Love
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Rotten Tomatoes, 35% critic, 67% audience.
This is grim.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw the green when we opened up Disney Plus, I was like, oh man. No, I kind of want to know what. Oh, and then the previous one was 47-76. So same spread, actually.
Yeah, I have this, as we've been doing the year of the sequel, I feel like I've been developing some theories around this kind of thing. And
Mm-hmm.
I think if a sequel is a carbon copy,
Yep.
so you know how we did Aliens and it's very different than Alien,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? We did a Godfather Part 2 and they really do something different with that movie
Mm-hmm.
than the first one. Father of the Bride Part 2 from last month.
Yep.
This movie, Home Alone 2, which
Yep.
Ebert like hated. Um those kinds of like what we're talking about I think last month with Father of the Bride 2 where you could lay one over the other and it's like they match. These are
Yep.
very
Yep. Yep.
matching movies.
Yep.
I think the critical reception plummets because
Mm.
the originality that was there in the first one is not there.
Yep.
And so the the things that we love that go from one to the other are not enough to get critical like accolades at all.
Yep. Well, so wouldn't it be interesting if you could, if somehow you could erase the minds of critics and they haven't seen National Treasure 1, they just see 2 and
Yep.
just, you know, look at that one. Don't look at the carbon copiness of it.
Yep.
Don't look at the fan. There wasn't like fan service. I don't think these aren't fan service. It's not.
No, but if you read some of those Rotten Tomato critic reviews, a lot of them say
Ah.
it's just a rehash of
Oh,
the
okay.
first one.
Yeah.
Um, I love the idea of if you're a critic, you have to erase.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to
Like
like severance yourself from that first
Men in
one.
Black style.
Yes, that's
Like.
right. That get flashed or whatever. Yeah, imagine seeing Frank for the first time in Father of the Bride Part 2. How amazing would that be?
Where did this guy come from?
And his assistant, Howard Weinstein. What a creative creation. Um, yeah, so I guess I would like to, I think as we continue and if we do any more kind of carbon copies, I'm not sure we have many of those as we continue because we're doing Jurassic Park 2 next month.
Yep.
I, I wonder if this is going to continue to happen in the
Hmm.
sequel. Okay, let me read the back of the box. Definitely DVD time. And also, in my opinion, a lazy back of the box copy.
Nice.
And I wonder if this is also happening when we do, as you said in the National Treasure 1 movie, new movies.
Right. Right.
This is for the perfect movie podcast. This qualifies as a new movie.
This is quite new. What? By the way, what's worse to you, dude? A lazy copy or an AI copy?
This
Like,
feels kind of AI to
oh,
me.
interesting.
Now,
Okay.
obviously, it's not because it was 20 years ago,
Yeah.
but it feels generic in the way AI feels to me.
Okay.
I would much rather have weird,
Uh huh.
bad copy
Sure.
on the back of a DVD than generic. Listen to this. Okay. Join
Okay.
Nicolas Cage on a heart pounding adventure that will have you on the edge of your seat in a race to find the lost city of gold. I can't stand edge of your seat.
Mm,
This is the most generic thing. Okay.
yeah.
Grounded in history. No, I like that. Grounded in history. Yeah, right. Um, Imbued with myth and mystery. Okay. Disney's National Treasure, Book of Secrets, takes you on a globe-trotting quest full of adrenaline-pumping twists and turns. I mean, all of that is cliche. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? All leading to the final clue in a mystery and highly guarded book containing centuries of secrets. But there's only one way to find it. Ben Gates must kidnap the president. Packed with fast-paced action and crackling humor, National Treasure Book of Secrets is a movie your entire family will want to rediscover again, 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 and again. Now, my biggest issue with that is will want to rediscover again and again. Like you don't have to
Mm.
say rediscover and then again and again in the same sentence. Give me a break. Somebody should have edited this. Um, so, like, the other thing that I'm missing here is no mention of Nicolas Cage, no parenthetical about what he was in previously. My favorite thing on the back of a box.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I wish they had said Diane Kruger in parentheses copying Beethoven. Then I would have heard
Totally,
of
dude.
it.
Totally.
So, and also, what's the use of reading the back of a DVD box if there's not very good bonus features? All it is audio commentary. Now, this is kind of interesting. Audio commentary with director John Turteltaub and actor John Voight.
They couldn't get anybody else to do it.
It's like fifth build. They're like, can we get Nick Cage? No way. What about Ed Harris? Absolutely not. Not even Kruger will come into
Right.
the room.
She
So
was
they have to
she
get
was
John
yeah.
Voight.
I mean, what if they would have been like with audio commentary by Ty Burrell and Harvey Keitel?
If only Bartha. What's that guy's name? Um, Justin Bartha. Riley.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I would
Now,
be in for that. I'm just like
me
Ty
too. I
Burrell
would
is
kind of
just
like a Riley.
from from Modern Family in two scenes of Book of Secrets, Ty Burrell.
Ty Burrell.
Because
I
then
was
he was
thinking,
actually pretty big then. He wasn't that big when this came out.
no, no, this is obviously before Modern Family, right?
Yeah.
It must be. Um, but probably just right before. Modern Family was probably '09. It
Okay.
started 2010.
Sure. Sure.
But before then, um, now we can talk about some other one in particular, one star that I don't think we've said yet, but that is a nice little escalation and a plus up in this movie. Um,
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
I,
about.
I think we should go. First of all, I want to tell you that there's probably two things you're thinking about that Josh Hartnett was in. I, he was in The Bear a couple years ago, so I don't know if that's what you're thinking.
Don't remember that. Oh, I think I just
I
remembered.
I
Okay.
think I know what you're thinking of, Josh Hartnett. What are you thinking of?
Top Gun? No.
No, oh man, almost. You've almost got it. It's Oppenheimer.
Dang it. There you go. Oppenheimer. Okay.
Yep. Which was a
Yep.
really fun.
I
I
loved
felt
it.
like
Yeah.
it's Josh Hartnett. He's in
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Be like, wait, how he was flying? He's at Pearl Harbor. He was just at Pearl Harbor. Now he's
Yeah.
there? What?
And we never get to know will they or won't did they or didn't they? Well, I guess
And
no,
then he
she
ends
ends
up
up
over
with
in
Affleck.
University of whatever. What? Where were they?
Yeah. Uh,
How'd you get
were they
there
were
so
they at
fast?
Yale? Were they in Harvard? I can't remember. And
Can't remember.
in Oppenheimer. Okay. All right.
I thought it
Let's
was in
head over.
California
You're right. I think they were at
or
Berkeley.
Nevada, Berkeley. There it is.
That might be. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Let's head over and put National Treasure partner to Book of Secrets on trial.
All right, let's do it. All right, let's clap. 1, 2, 3, clap,
Clap. 1, 2, 3, clap.
clap.
All rise.
Hey, how's it going over there? I wish I could go down to that secret place in Mount Vernon and check out those caves with the president. That looked pretty cool, dude. Oh,
It does look cool. Um, Pretty easy to kidnap the president.
yeah, I mean, how did he? So he snuck into that thing by wearing a tuxedo and coming out of the bushes with a bottle of champagne. He's like, "Oh my gosh, my game not good tonight." Like
Yep.
so that just got the Secret Service guy like, "Oh, got it."
At least it's more exciting than just buying a ticket to the egg roll or the
Mm,
egg hunt, I should say, at
yeah.
the White House. I was like, this isn't quite as exciting as breaking into and stealing the Declaration of Independence. In this part, he just purchased a ticket online to go to the White House egg hunt.
Yeah, dude. Okay, we'll just go to that. That's gonna. There's gonna be some strickens around that kind of stuff.
Yeah, let me do the rules real quick and then we can get into it.
Great.
We can do this however we want.
Yep.
But here's what we do. This year is our year of the sequel on Perfect Movie. What we've done from the start is we pick a movie that we love, and I do love this movie. I
Yep.
love Book of
Totally.
Secrets. Um, but that's not enough. We act as its defense counsel and present evidence. Uh-oh, I didn't. Sorry, I
Oh
never got this sound
no.
ready. Um, we present evidence and then we play this sound. Can you add that in?
Yep.
Okay. And we attempt to prove to you, our listener, and to one another that the movie is perfect. Sometimes we're trying to convince ourselves. I feel like maybe this is one of those times where I'm like, is it? Maybe we can get there. um, and then we all vote. Anthony gets a full vote. This is after the episode is out. We put a survey out. Anthony gets a full vote. I get a full vote. And the collective listener gets a full vote. 75% yes from the listeners means a yay, 3 yays. And it's perfect. We send it to alternate reality Biff this year for him to watch. And instead of becoming an evil magnate, he becomes a nice. He stays in the auto detailing business.
Oh yeah, and we get our free auto detailing triple wax.
Anthony and I both get free auto detailing, and then when it hits 2015, he also owns a hover conversion
Oh yeah.
business, and I get my pickup truck converted. You get your RAV4. Wait, no, wait, not RAV4. I'm
Foreigner.
sorry, Forerunner, hover converted.
Mm,
Um,
that sounds
so
fun.
we would love that. So, the more movies we can send up, I think he would like this movie.
Yeah, of course, dude. He'd love all the conspiracy of it, and you
Yeah,
know,
he
he'd.
would
I
like
want. Do you
that.
think he'd be more on the side of the Ed Harris character?
I think at first, see, this is always my suspicion about these movies. I think Biff would start on the side of the villain, but
Right.
then I really think he would come around. Now, the villain in this movie, Ed Harris, which we can talk about whenever we want to, has a really odd bedside conversion, right?
He does.
Deathbed
He does.
conversion in this movie.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
And I am just, do I strike it right away? I'm not sure I buy his, like, all of a sudden I'm gonna sacrifice myself for everybody at the end.
Yeah, that one. That was a stretch.
I think overall, can I just chunk in right away?
Okay. Yep.
I think, sorry, that was quiet. I think overall, I really love the plus ups in this movie. That's going to be my first evidence.
Okay. So
I think they,
sequel, a plus up is like when something is new or better than the
yeah,
previous.
yeah. There's just a little bit. It's we didn't quite see eye to eye on this in Father of the Bride Part Two, but the plus up would have been the two babies, right? One baby, not only one
Sure.
baby, but two babies. There
Yep.
usually it's some sort of gimmick. I don't know usually, but in this movie, I think there are several plus ups that really work for me, and one of them
Okay.
is Ed Harris.
Yeah.
I think the who was it in the first one? Sean Bean. Is that the guy's
Yeah.
name?
Yep.
He's great in National
Right.
Treasure 1, but I think Ed Harris,
Yeah.
like, come on. He
Yeah.
is so much, you know, Sean Bean has a place in my heart because of several things. Most Boromir, I think, the
Yep.
most of all. Um, but Ed Harris, I've got some major history with Ed Harris.
Dude, let's talk about Ed Harris for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so who is Ed Harris most to you?
The Abyss.
The Abyss. Okay.
Yep.
That'd be the
Um,
first time I saw him also.
yeah.
And absolutely love.
Yeah. So I can't remember his name in The Abyss, but I just think he's
Can't
perfectly
either.
cast in that movie. Um, the, One of my favorite moments, I don't know if we'll ever do The Abyss, but when he won't take his wedding ring off, even though they're
Oh yeah.
separated,
Yep.
and that ends up basically saving the world.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
The fact that he won't take his wedding ring off because
Isn't it that he can't or that he won't?
no, he can. At one
Oh,
point, he takes it off in fury. He throws it into the
oh,
toilet, and then he goes
yes.
back into the toilet, gets his arm all blue, puts the wedding ring back on, and then the door won't close on his hand because
Yep.
I'm getting as many goosebumps as I did before, and so
Yes.
I mean that's a James Cameron move, but like Ed Harris, and then I would say a close second is him in Truman Show, and I love his name in it, but I can't remember what it is.
Stefan's
It's something like, yeah, it's Stefan, right? Could it
yeah,
be
it's Christoph.
Christoph? Okay, I had Stefan
Chris
Urkel on the brain.
Stefan. Yeah, no, I promise. So I'm
Christoph.
looking him up on IMDb and I did not just see that. I
But I mean,
actually
actually,
remembered it.
Stefan was a
Uh
great. I mean, we got there through
yeah,
Stefan.
totally. I remembered it was a one name. Okay, at the very top is this new movie Dink. Is he in this?
Dink is
It's
about a.
about pickleball.
Yeah, I didn't know
Like
that he was
a
in it, but I like that. He can
that's
be
at the
funny if
top
he
of
wants
Ed
to.
Harris's IMDb page right now. Now I don't know if that means it's an ad. Oh
I
wait,
see what you
hold
mean.
on. Okay, so Christoph, I mean, dude, Apollo 13.
Adoy, another movie we watched for our patriotic movie
Mm,
series.
he is fantastic in Apollo 13.
Okay, are you looking at what he's known for right now on IMDb?
Yeah, well, I'm just kind of like, so known for was Appaloosa, which I've never seen.
Never seen nor heard. Okay, can I guess? Can I
Yep,
guess on any? Is the
sure.
Truman Show on there?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's in the top
On the
four.
on the top four. Okay, is The Abyss on there?
Nope,
I'm assuming copying Beethoven. is not-
nope. I honestly, I just,
it,
I
it must it must be
remember it
another
not being very
biopic.
good.
Is it a biopic? Is it the
Um,
artist who makes the big swirly
Pollock,
things? Pollock.
Pollock. Yep,
Okay,
never saw that.
it's good.
Oh, dude, dude, you're gonna go watch Copying Beethoven and be like, that's mid, and I'm gonna watch Pollock and I'm gonna be like, that is my favorite movie. This looks amazing, dude.
I mean, he is amazing in it.
Just the
Um,
very fact that he played the director of NASA on Apollo 13,
love
Sidney Pollock. Oh wait, Jackson. Wait,
Jackson Pollock, not
yeah,
Sidney Pollock.
Sidney
That'd
Pollock.
be interesting.
Louis Armstrong, Neil Armstrong, Jackson
Wow, he
Pollock,
played all.
Sidney Pollock. Um,
I love it.
sorry. Remember that was
Yep.
in like elementary school. They said who landed on the moon, and I wrote Louis Armstrong.
No, I don't think I've ever heard this
Like I
story.
was like a little kid, and I like it's like a fill in the blank. All these
Uh-huh.
questions, right?
Yeah.
Herbie Hancock. Durr. I wrote like, yeah, who was the first man to land on the moon? And I wrote in Louis Armstrong
Wow.
because it was
I
like
love it. Yep.
blank Armstrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yep.
Neil
I'm
blank.
so happy that I've never heard this story before. Now
Um,
he's in a lot of astronaut. Like, isn't he in the right stuff when he was really young?
yes, he's
Um,
in the right stuff. Very young. I love the right stuff. But I mean,
Me too.
Jackson Pollock, Ludwig von Beethoven. That tells me that he has uh good.
Range.
Well, yeah, okay, great, good range, but also maybe that he's interested in other art forms. That
Okay.
he's an artist,
Yep.
or that he's interested in art and music.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I do.
Um, oh, he was in Planes, Fire and Rescue,
He's a voice in planes. I remember that.
Gravity, Mission Control voice.
I remember that. You never see him, but he's the one who talks through the mission, which was a
How
cool
good
Apollo
is
13.
yes?
I didn't think I was going to get so many goosebumps during the National Treasure episode, and we're not even talking about National Treasure
I
hardly at all.
I know, dude.
um,
You're so like, yeah.
I think there was one, oh, The Rock,
Oh, of course, The Rock.
and there's one that
Hello.
I have not seen, but I'm watching this fall.
Yep.
Stepmom, right? I mean, he's in
Yep.
Stepmom. Okay.
Totally.
Um, Now I just want to talk about. We've talked about his career. Can we just talk about Ed Harris's face for a minute?
Great.
This guy looks like he's made of old leather at this point. And
Sure.
well, at that point, 20 years ago,
Yeah.
you get a close up of Harris's face in National Treasure, the movie National Treasure Book of Secrets,
Yep.
and he's got more crevices than the Black Hills
Yeah.
of North Dakota. And I
Yep.
just could look at that face
Yep.
and marvel. When you first see him in this movie, in sitting in that classroom, so rude, interrupting this
Yeah.
lecture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why can't he just talk to Benjamin Gates and his dad after the class is done? Why does he
Yeah.
have to interrupt that class and say, "I hold in my hand proof that your granddaddy, great
Granddaddy.
granddaddy, killed President Lincoln or whatever."
Yeah.
Um, why does he have to do that? But anyways, when you get that close up on his face, I feel like pausing and just saying, "This is what we're watching for
Yeah.
the rest of the night." He
You
looks
you
so cool.
know, I mean, the movie starts with action.
Yep.
Great scene. Starts the day before my birthday, April 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because Lincoln died on my birthday and was
Yep.
born on Aaron's birthday, like we've said many times. Um,
Crazy.
and then right away you get this Ed Harris, and you're like, new character already in, because I already love the cast of this movie.
Yes.
And then new villain Ed
Yep.
Harris, or new, yeah, he is a villain, I guess. Um,
Yeah, he's the
yeah,
villain. I
dude.
mean, they're just like, why do you have to like shoot at them? It's just a piece of wood. Why are you shooting at them in some of these scenes? Like that's
Oh, I total.
villainous.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, we skipped Beautiful Mind,
Okay.
Love.
Yep. Me too.
Um, I mean, no, but I mean like Ed Harris,
Yeah, great.
like just a fictional, like figment of his imagination,
Wait a
right?
minute. Is Ed Harris the fictional? I don't think he's in
Yeah.
Beautiful Mind, is he?
Yeah, he is. He's like the police. No, the guy that's like giving him all that information, right?
Oh,
Secrets
I
and stuff.
I thought that was Vision. I thought that was Paul Bettany. Am I wrong?
Ed Harris is in it for sure. Maybe
Okay.
Paul. No, Paul Bettany is his friend.
Oh,
Ed Harris
he's not the
is
figment of
like
the
wearing a
imagination.
right.
I haven't seen that movie
Oh.
for a long time. Maybe
Wait, maybe there are they both figments of
I think maybe
imagination?
they're both figments.
I think they yeah. Um
Because Paul Bettany and Jennifer Connelly never interact in that movie because Paul Bettany
right.
is a figment of the imagination, but then they got married after that movie because they met on the set of that movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
So IRL, but they didn't meet.
Yes.
Wow. Snowpiercer.
Oh, that's right. Snowpiercer. He's a good bad
Uh
guy. He's a
yeah,
good
so and
bad
then
guy.
if you want some great new Ed Harris and you liked that Yellowstone.
If you liked Yellowstone, you'll love Ed Harris in Dutton Ranch.
Yeah, dude. I mean this guy, if you like the way he looks in Book of Secrets, and you like that, I mean he's got the perfect bald head,
Great
perfect
cowboy
face,
look. Yep.
great cowboy. You should
Mm-hmm.
just watch a little bit of Dutton Ranch just for that.
Well, I'll wait until the season finale. Thank you very much.
Of season
Um,
5.
so I do think overall Ed Harris major plus up. My stricken with Ed Harris is he's gonna go through all this trouble and then at the end he's like, "Go find the
Right.
treasure and die."
Uh-huh.
Now, I guess you could say his whole thing is, I want my great granddaddy's, he says that a lot, name to
Yep.
be cleared. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't, my major stricken with this movie since I saw it for the first time was like, they should have written some other ending for Ed Harris because I don't buy that he would die. All of a sudden make the shift at the end to die for everyone.
Got it. Yeah, I get that. Um,
Do I
by the
care that
way,
much? Nah.
right. By the way, dude, we forgot the firm.
I'm ashamed. I need to go and self-flagellate myself to punish myself. He's so good in the firm, and he's got a very similar kind of vibe in the firm as he does in this movie, I feel like,
Sure,
which is
sure.
kind of like, listen, I'm just doing my job.
Yeah, right.
Uh, I love him in the firm. You're right.
Mm,
Okay, so plus up, I have three plus ups. One is Ed Harris. The second is the move from meet cute between Nicolas Cage and Kruger to they already know each other and they have to be reconciled through adventure.
sure. Got it. Adventure bonding brings them back together.
Yeah, you know I'm a sucker for adventure bonding,
Yep.
the twister of it all, the
Hmm.
speed. You know that it's
Yep.
said that what does Sandra Bullock say at the end that you shouldn't get involved with each other after something
Traumatic event.
intense event, and he's like
Okay.
something like, "Well, we'll just have to risk it," and they make out underneath
Doesn't he
some
say
the
we'll have to
Los
make our life
Angeles.
about something else then? Is
Oh,
that
we'll have to base it on sex. I think
yeah,
that's what he says. That's the last line of that movie. Speed,
speed
great
of all
movie.
things.
I know. Um, so I really like that because I think I like that they're mad at each other and there's
Yeah.
that dynamic. And I always thought she was a good foil in the first one, but that works for me even more in the second one. And
Yeah.
then I do like, I don't know if I like kidnapping the president of the United States more than stealing the Declaration of Independence, but I do like it as a here's what this is in this second movie.
Mm-hmm.
The stealing of the Declaration of Independence was cool. This time, he's going to say it the same way.
Yep.
He's going to kidnap the President of the United States. And those things are never the point of the movie. They're just a means to the end to find
Right.
a treasure.
Right. Right. They're like the next clue, the next step in this
Mm-hmm.
adventure. We need to do this.
But the big heist in this one is the kidnapping. Uh, and I think it's really fun. So those are the
Yep.
three major plus ups that I identified in the movie that I really like, and I felt like they were good enough to be evidence that it's even though it is kind of carbon copy y, I like
Mm-hmm.
those plus ups, each of those in the second as a sequel construct.
Okay. I love that. Here's another plus up.
Yeah.
Um, is that Riley's coming in instead of being like an assistant
Yep.
to Benjamin Gates.
Uh huh.
He's kind of like a B C list author.
Yeah. Trying to make it on his own, trying to be
Yeah,
his own adventure conspiracy guy. Yeah.
yep. And also he has had these money troubles,
Yep.
so like his car is being towed. He just wants to find a girlfriend. He's like resting on his laurels of what seemed like the most important thing that's ever happened. The
Uh
end of
huh.
National Treasure. Like, so that could be a stricken of these kind of movies. Is like this. The lead up to these movies is the most important discovery in human history. And then it's like right
Yep.
after the movie's done, it's like, who are you again? Like you would think you would start by being super rich, super famous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
why would they break up? Like, why do like they just break up because they fight a lot? Like,
You
it
mean
seems like they
Krug? You
become
mean Kruger and
no, just like
Nick Cage
overall, yeah,
or Riley?
yeah,
The three of them don't really talk
yeah.
a
Like
lot
you
anymore in this
finished
movie.
that
They have to
movie,
get
and we
together.
like, right, yeah,
Yep. Um, yeah, I like it that he's made some bad investments or something like that. He
yeah,
owes $6 million in taxes on his $5 million fee.
yeah, yep,
um, I I also kind of like the fact that the the world, it seems like they are famous. Like Nick Cage in particular. Like everybody's
yeah,
like, "Aren't you that famous treasure hunter?"
right,
It's
right,
like in Karate Kid where the whole town only talks about karate. In this alternate universe, everybody does kind of care about treasure.
yeah. Oh, are you a treasure hunter? Like, when's the last time we heard of a treasure hunter?
Exactly. Dude, that's what I said verbatim to Jessica. Like, are is this a thing in our universe that
Yeah,
treasure hunters exist? Now, I suppose what you just said, which is like the most important, like at least the most interesting discovery
yeah,
maybe ever, which is like, wait a minute. In the first one, there was a big cave underneath Wall Street
yeah,
and it had a ton of treasure in it.
yeah.
No one
Okay,
would
so
ever stop talking about that.
I mean, we keep like that was one of our major strickens is like how when they built the subways wouldn't they have found that?
Yeah.
Like same thing with this desk, like the Resolute desk, it's been moved, it's been studied, but
Yeah.
like and it wouldn't be that hard to just like chip away at it and find that crap in it.
Right. Definitely. You could pop open
Super
that
easy,
little
dude.
door.
You don't even
Um,
need the code.
and I mean, these presidents and the Queen of England, by the way, is opening these. Aren't they hearing the click, 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 click every
Yeah,
time
every
they
time.
open that? And once in a while, if they get to the right number, you hear this really loud click of the thing inside engaging.
Yeah, like
Definitely.
that's what I'm like. That's one of my major strickens too. Is like, why are there all these things that somebody from like hundreds of years ago made so intricately, just so that nobody will probably find it?
Yeah, the whole clues conspiracy thing, I agree, falls a little bit flat, which is because it's like, why? Why
Yeah, like
why
why
if
did he
you
put the
don't
words? Yeah, go ahead.
do you want the treasure found or not?
Well, yeah, like I don't understand what the point of the treasure is because it's like if you have a treasure, keep it, or just like just have on it, have it. You know,
Well,
like
is this like me and Blackwing pencils, which is like I just have them, but I don't use them.
yeah, but it's like why do you have like why doesn't Free Willy or One Eyed Willy just keep that stuff? Why does he
Free
make
will.
why does he make like all these treasure maps and all that crap? Like go away and
Why?
have it.
It's a really good point. Why hide all that stuff? And then if you're gonna hide it, why like maybe there's just some like clue fetish that these
Yeah,
people have. Why make
right.
all these weird clues? Um, it's another thing like I guess we're striking the entire plot here because if they didn't do that, then it wouldn't be a very fun movie, which is what we love about it.
I
Um,
know, but it's like if you want to do all these crazy clues to find this thing,
yeah.
that means you want somebody to find it. But it's already like, but you already have it.
Okay. Can I also ask you a question, a big picture
Yeah,
question about this movie?
yeah.
Wh- why did they have to find that treasure? Why
What? Why?
why is Benjamin Gates so obsessed? Maybe I just forget what the plot here is. Can I maybe just
Yeah,
extrovert a little bit? So
yeah.
Lincoln dies at the
Yep.
beginning. We all know that
On my birthday.
on Anthony's birthday, which Benjamin Franklin Gates would, I'm sure, be obsessed with and try to figure something out about you because you were born on his
Yeah,
birthday, right? What
yeah.
does this mean? I'm gonna get a Q-tip with some lemon juice and rub it all over Anthony and breathe on him to see if there's a clue. um, did I ever tell you Noah's $1 million idea, which is to restage that play in that theater and have an actor playing Lincoln get assassinated during the play?
Wow,
He
wow.
thinks tons of people would come to that. I think I agree. Um,
That's a good
so
idea.
Lincoln gets murdered, and then there's something happening where Ben
Although there'd be
Gates is
somebody like you in the middle of the audience, like, get on with the shooting already.
if my Pearl Harbor viewing is any indication, I'd be like, boring, shoot the guy already. I wouldn't be the only one thinking that in the theater. Um, so Ben Gates's great great grandfather is a little boy or something in this scenario
hmm
because his dad is trying to figure out a cipher. Oh no, I'm confused about what's
The
happening here. And then
the Playfair
also
cipher,
Ed Harris's
granddaddy,
great
KGC,
granddaddy's there somewhere. Okay,
right?
then flash forward to this class where for some reason Ben Gates and John Voight are making a presentation about Lincoln. And because now they're famous speakers because they found a and then there's this page, but then what is the connection between we have to go find a famous treasure to clear?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's think about that for 1 second. So the reason his name was on that thing was because he was working on the little cipher, right? Like that's why
Yeah.
his name was on it.
Okay, right. Yep.
So the only reason his name is there is because he was like a code breaker.
And that page is John Wilkes Booth's diary,
Right.
who killed Lincoln. And
Mm-hmm.
then Ed Harris comes in and he's like, Thomas Gates or whatever his name is in the diary.
Right.
And so that means he helped plan Lincoln's assassination. Nick Cage is like really upset about this because
Yeah.
he is so concerned about his family name.
Right. Right. Well, if I mean, to be honest, okay, if you found out that your great granddaddy
Yeah.
like helped with that kind of an assassination attempt, and or conversely did something amazing like found the found the Knights Templar or the like
Right.
some cool treasure, that would be either bragging rights or shaming like family shame for a
Yeah.
long time. Like if do you know what I mean? Like if you
Yep.
like you would not want to broadcast the fact that your like distant relative of
Mm-hmm.
your bloodline helped assassinate a president. Like that
Yep.
would there would be a family lineage of some shame, right?
Okay. Yeah,
I
I
get that.
probably need to think about this a little bit. Part of me would think like, wow, that's pretty amazing. But also you're right.
Yeah.
I'd be like, ugh, I don't know if that's what I want to be known as. And
Well,
so
like even to think if one of your family like, was like a slave
a
owner,
slave owner. That's what I
you
was
know,
just
like
gonna
that would
say.
be a lot of you would not want
Right.
you would not want people to know that, and you would
Absolutely.
feel terrible.
When people do those like ancestry things or
Mm,
whatever and they find that out, that's like the worst thing to find out, right? That my
yeah.
family was slave owners. Um, Probably if you were in the lineage of somebody who assassinated a president, you'd probably not feel great about that. And so I think what happens then is Nick Cage and John Voight have to prove that he's not in the diary because of the Lincoln assassination. He's
Mm-hmm.
in the diary because of a, a bigger mystery, right?
Right.
That has to do with they know where a certain treasure is.
Yeah, because the Queen Elizabeth knew where it was. She
Okay,
built
okay,
the
okay,
Resolute
okay.
desks.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's
yeah,
all part of this, and she was, according to the movie,
yeah,
a Confederate sympathizer, cause more because she liked America's disarray
yeah.
than
Okay.
she liked the Confederacy, right?
She wanted to create chaos,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. Yep. Totally.
In within the Civil War, she was on the
Uh-huh.
side of the Confederacy, like you said. She didn't like Lincoln, and so
Is that true?
I don't know. That's another thing about like grounded in history on the back of that DVD box. Like,
Right.
uh, what's true and what's not in this thing? And do I care? Nah. Um, so I think that's what it is. But man, it is not a straight line like the
Right.
first movie is to me.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Um, it does feel a little bit like I guess I'm just going with the adventure, and I kind of don't really understand what the big deal is because
Yeah.
Nick Cage keeps saying he doesn't really care about the treasure at all.
Right.
In fact, it belongs in a museum. And when he
Belongs in,
kidnaps
yeah.
the president of the United States, he says, just imagine the fact that you could restore this treasure to the
Yep.
indigenous people of the
Mm-hmm.
U.S. Um, Yellowstone season finale style.
There it is.
um, and so, they always get a finder's fee, but the thing that they care most about, obviously, is clearing the name so
Yep.
that uh, the Gates name doesn't become sullied again.
Yep. Yep. His name doesn't become mud,
Right.
like he said about that one guy.
Yep. Which that's probably true. I'm not going
Mm-hmm.
to look it up, but what he says about that one guy is probably true.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Is that that inscription on the Statue of Liberty that's in
in
Paris?
Paris,
Yeah,
almost
like
certainly not, right?
that
It
he
can't
snaps
possibly be.
uh with bar and stow or whatever. Like, does he have that? That was from the first one.
Yep.
Um, that he got with like a helicopter with a camera on it that he shot to his Moto Razor.
It's like this is the drone of um
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2006 and these cameras where they have to ask each other, "Do you have a camera on your phone?"
Yeah.
No, it's broken. I like that
Okay, dude,
part.
we clocked that. We clocked that. So this is
Yep.
2007,
Mm-hmm.
filmed, summer of 2000. So the iPhone isn't even out yet. Moto Razor
No.
is the coolest phone on the planet. It gets a
Yep.
starring role in a $450 million box office
Yep.
hit.
Mm-hmm.
Front and center is constant Moto Razor.
Now, at one point, I do see a trio, which I had.
Oh yeah, they had they
Riley's
had the
using a
trio.
trio when he's in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a bit of a thrill seeing an old friend
Mm-hmm.
on
Mm-hmm.
that bath. Oh wait, sorry, my thing just stopped recording just now.
Okay.
Uh, what was I saying?
Okay, I'm
Let
at
me say it.
114.08.
Can we go back to 114
Yep.
exactly?
Oh yeah, just say there was the trio.
I'll say I got a bit of a thrill seeing my friend again. Is that okay?
Say just shoot. Make sure before 114 that you say trio.
I definitely do.
Okay, cool, awesome. Yeah, because I say right at
Mm-hmm.
114.
Okay,
All
great.
right, 114.
Yep.
All right, let's start there. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, one, two, three, click. All right, let's clap. One, two, three, clap,
Clap. One, two, three, clap.
clap. Mm-hmm.
So I got a little thrill seeing my old friend, the trio, on that bathroom
Uh-huh.
stall wall.
Yep.
But mostly it is very razor heavy, this movie,
Yeah, for sure. And
which I love, of course.
traffic light heavy, which obviously the resolution on that is I it's that's so dumb and so funny. It's a great idea.
Zoom in and enhance. The
Yep.
the the idea is funny that he knows if we run the red light, there will be a picture taken. I like
Yep.
that. But come on, you're not going to zoom in and enhance. And then that is part of the scene where I'm like, they would be in so much trouble
Dude.
if there are so many police cars that flip over. They are
Yeah.
chasing each other, shooting into crowds.
Yep. Totally, dude. Like, and then they get back to America, there's no news of that.
No news. They just kind of go home. Um, can I also do another stricken real quick here? They never
Right.
have jet lag in these
I
international.
thought that, bro. Yes, I thought that same thing. Kruger's out there, ready to go to this Buckingham Palace event.
Yep, yep.
They look rested and affable.
This is a major thing when I watch Mission Impossible movies because that whole thing is like, and Marvel has become sort of like this too, where you're country hopping, right? There's a real globe trotting feel,
Yeah.
and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, you would have to. uh, when I came back from Europe, I count on 1 day per what is it? 1 day per hour that difference of
Mm-hmm.
recovery
Mm-hmm.
where I don't feel right. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise is hanging off of planes. He's jumping his motorcycle off of the Alps right away.
Be like, he's not saying like, well, my body actually feels like it's 2 a.m. right now, and I didn't sleep
I
last
know.
night.
So
I mean, yeah,
they've just destroyed cities of like streets of London. They come back and they just are like chilling at home, no jet lag.
no
And
jet
you're
lag,
right,
no
nothing on
problem.
the news about the fact that these Americans are driving so fast, shooting each other through
I
London.
mean, it's similar to the like if we got one punch from one of these movies, we would be out
Right,
for a week. You know,
definitely. And so
um,
suspension of disbelief is so necessary. And I think if you're not suspending disbelief, then you are going to probably rate this, then you are going to get a Rotten Tomatoes score of 30%.
yeah, because you're like, well, that was dumb. But if you're in,
Yeah.
if you're in, dude, you're in.
Yep. Yep.
Like
Definitely.
you're like that looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me chunk
It
in.
is fun. Yes, please,
Let me
Chunk.
chunk in. All
Okay.
right. All right, dude. Same chunk as last time. F U
You and
N.
as I was
Dude.
watching this movie, I was like, am I going to have the same chunkins as last
Yep.
time? And I did. That's why I had to do a little plussing up, but I am
Yep.
right with you on this one.
It just the movie's just fun, man.
It's fun.
I mean, like all of the suspension of disbelief of the
Mm-hmm.
red light camera, of the
Mm-hmm.
flying a helicopter by the, by the other Statue of Liberty,
Yep.
of the breaking into the desk, of the stealing of the president, of the water at the the Black Hills.
That's it. There
That
is,
that that
where
just
is this lake? Where is this lake
where's all that
behind?
water? Why didn't you find that? Why is that there to begin with?
I feel like if, I mean, have you been to Mount Rushmore ever?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't actually see it because it was too foggy. So I got
Okay.
there completely
It's
foggy, didn't see it.
super small,
But
dude.
just like sometimes I'm like, why do movies think they can get away with this, right? There's no lake
Yeah.
right behind it. It would be like a
Uh-huh.
movie set in Madison, where you and
Mm-hmm.
I are from, and there's a volcano in the middle of it or something.
Yeah. Just
Like, didn't
outside
you
of it.
know there's a
Mount
volcano right,
Horeb.
right in Mount Horeb is like the cliffs of Dover or something. Um, but for some reason, this movie is so confident in its funness
Yeah.
that it's like people won't care, and
Yep.
they're right.
Yep. uh, I mean, so does it does it track with the same thing of like the hair stuff where like his hair looks kind of weird but you're like I don't really care.
It's almost like it helps the movie,
It
right?
makes it a
Like,
little better. Like okay,
yep.
the only problem I have with his hair in this movie
Mm.
um is why isn't there any hair like sideburn?
It's
It almost
because
seems to just stop.
I know it's because I don't think there is.
Just paint a little bit or something. Like it
Yeah.
looks that part looks weird to me that the hair just stops at
Uh-huh.
the ear. Like this no hair part looks weird. The
I'm
rest looks
serious.
great.
I
I think it
want
looks
some
good.
sort of book of secrets that tells me the truth about his hair. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in this Spider Noir show, his hair looks amazing, but it's definitely not his hair.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I wonder if that is already happening 20 years ago. Um, but it's part of the fun. I don't
Sure.
know.
Yeah, sure.
It's that his haircut is also like that lake behind Mount Rushmore, where it's like, or the
Yeah.
fact that you can really easily kidnap the president of the United States, and he will almost immediately tell you everything, including things you
You're
didn't
right.
ask about, like look at page 47.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, check out 47, page 47.
Okay, I didn't ask, but I will.
I didn't ask. All right, let me throw one more in, dude.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I just another piece of evidence that I had is just that this stuff is shot relatively on location.
Yeah, you're right.
Being all the things that you're saying, but there was a lake that they were at in South Dakota.
Yeah.
They were at the Mount Rushmore. They were at Buckingham Palace. They were in Paris.
When you
They
see
were
them
in
kind of
D.C.
climbing up that like those stairs on the side of Mount Rushmore and it pulls
Mm,
out, you're like,
mm.
they're now when it goes over it and you see the water, that's not real. But they're this movie feels real.
Yeah, that's that. Like, yeah, it maybe that helps with the suspension of disbelief, right?
I agree. Yes.
Is there are a lot of grounding, like you're at the Library of Congress, or at least maybe you weren't, but it sure seems like it. Looks
There's actual
incredible.
sets at least that make it look like that. I mean, I'm sure they're not actually in the Oval Office, but they're in a set that is not a green
Right.
screen.
Yep.
Um, I did, since we recorded the National Treasure one episode, try watching the show, the National Treasure Disney Plus
Okay.
show,
Yep.
and everything looks freaking fake. It
See,
sucks.
that's with a big budget like this,
Yeah,
you can do that stuff, and I feel like that actually makes it feel really, really cool. Is
I
it's
didn't think
not
about this,
blue
but you're
screen,
totally right. Yep.
it's not shot in, uh, like I have a friend that's a PA, and they just shot a movie in Savannah, Georgia, which is really, really cool. But it
Yep.
was supposed to be someplace else. But this was a more affordable place to film.
Yeah.
That was filmed in DC. Do you know what I mean?
All of their establishing shots
Yeah.
are there.
Yeah. Yeah, real
They
high quality
are in front of
establishing
the
shots.
Capitol. They are in front of the White House at one point. I mean, Library of Congress, like you said.
Mhm.
They are in that on that bridge in Paris.
Mhm.
Absolutely. When we were watching it the other night, Jessica and I were like, we were there when they were in London. Like
Yeah.
we like that's actually really close to the Airbnb that we stayed in. They're there.
That's cool. Yeah.
um,
Yep.
and I hadn't thought of this in particular, but it's clicking in me a little bit. That's why I'm so willing
Mm.
to
Yeah.
just go with it.
Yep. If it was just blue screen,
Uh,
it just wouldn't be as good.
Agreed, 100%. And you're right. That lake is not there, but at least they're at a lake.
They're at a lake. Yeah, that looks cool. I did want to strike that stupid water bottle, like soaking the rocks with tiny water bottles. I hate that crap.
I
That
think
looks so dumb.
I think Jessica was watching this movie with me, and I think that's when she left the room. She's like, "All right, okay."
Okay, I'm out.
Also, she's seen the movie probably 10 times with me,
Right.
but it's like that is dumb, and also there's a lot of rocks there.
Yeah, so many rocks. And have you ever poured out water on a rock or like a, sand or something dry?
Mhm.
Instantly dry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they had like probably 3 water bottles.
Yeah, they
How
should
are they
start
gonna
whizzing.
get
They
it
should have started
right?
whizzing, dude.
Oh, great plus up. They should have whizzed.
We're out of water. Hold on.
um, yeah, you know, even like the booby traps part
Yeah.
feels real to me. Like it doesn't feel like there's much CGI. They're actually on some sort of big
Oh yeah,
tilting floor.
those big set pieces are really awesome.
Yep.
Totally agree.
Yeah. Um, okay. I really love that evidence. I hadn't even thought of it, but it's obviously part of my viewing experience and what makes this movie great.
Hmm.
Um, can I do one more plus up?
Sure.
I think Helen Mirren is
Mm.
like the second baby of Father of the Bride 2 is Helen
Yeah.
Mirren of this movie,
Sure.
which is
Sure. Sure.
um in the first one, remember John Voight says something that leads you to believe in the first one that she's dead.
Huh.
That Benjamin
Okay.
Gates' mom is no longer we only had this much time with your mom, but he never
Okay.
says that she's dead. They really lucked out
Good thing. Okay. I didn't track that.
because here you meet the mom who's Helen Mirren who looks incredible in
Mm-hmm.
this movie. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what the heck? She
Yep.
must be 70, right? Or
Yeah.
older.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's cool. She's
Yep.
smart. She's the only one that can, they keep saying ancient native languages, which Jessica wasn't super into. She's like, at least name the language. um, uh, she's adventurous. She can swing from one side of thing to the other.
Yep.
I really like I can't remember her name in the movie, but I
Yep.
really like her and I think it's a great plus up that didn't have to work, but it works for me.
Yeah, dude. I love that. I love the 70-year-olds when they're swinging across
Uh-huh.
on the vine and
Yep.
they have like an adventure together and then they crash and they're laughing. Like I love like they get a whole John Voight and Helen Mirren get like they carry the movie for like 2 minutes, dude. It's
I
great.
just realized it's another speed situation where the adventure brings them back together too. I guess it's more like
Yep.
Twister, where it's a divorced or a separated couple. I can't remember if they're divorced, but a separated couple and
Right.
the adventure brings them back together. There's
Yep.
something there, bro, where I think that's some sort of like trope that I love for some reason in
Yeah, I
in a
I
movie. I
agree.
know it would never happen. It probably would drive those people further apart, but um
Or
I
yeah,
I, I like that
we're trying.
relationship.
Yeah, no, I love that. I was trying to think of other examples because that is a significant movie trope.
Yeah.
Um, brought back together in an adventure or get together in an adventure. That's very common,
Definitely
obviously.
get together and
Yep.
adventures like every other movie. But I kind of like this like we were together, now we're not, but this adventure reminds us what we love about each other.
Yep.
And so let's get
And
remarried or move back together and we can share the tea tables.
actually, why don't you just bring them back and yourself? Um, yeah, I love it when they're in the treasure, they're in the gold palace,
Uh-huh.
but the real treasure was that they
Mhm.
found each other again, dude.
What's
So
the
they all
real
walk away
discovery?
rich. They all walk away rich, dude.
They did it. Um, okay. Nation, we want to know what you think about this wonderful sequel, National Treasure, Book of Secrets. The best way to let us know that is on our Instagram. Lindsay is going to post a poll there, and you can vote whether you think National Treasure, Book of Secrets is a perfect movie, and we'll come back with our result show in a couple weeks. Thank you to Adam, our webmaster, Jason for our graphics, Davis for our music, Lindsay for our social media. Our next movie, just in case people want to get a jump on that, we are going to do the sequel. I think I already spoiled this. Oh well. The sequel to the first movie we ever did on the Perfect Movie podcast. We thought that would be a lot of fun. One of the best, the original movie, one of the best movies ever made.
Mm-hmm.
It's on my Letterboxd top 4, Jurassic Park. We are going to do The Lost World, which I don't even think has the original title in the title.
Okay, I'm not going
This
to look
is
it
a
up right now. We'll
this is a
report back.
big deal in our sequels naming series.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to find out if I'm actually right. Now it might be different on the poster than on the video on the VHS. We'll discover those things too. Thrilling things to look forward to, folks, as we talk about Jurassic Park: The Lost World. Um, I I have a couple more things I want to talk about with National Treasure, Book of
Yep.
Secrets, but we always have the result show to do that in.
Great.
Um, I'm gonna just set this up because I am wondering what you think about conspiracy theories, conspiracy theory movies in general. I would like to have that conversation
Okay, I'm
because
writing it in the
of
notes right now.
an interaction you and I had around Disclosure Day after
Okay.
you saw it.
Yep.
I have
Great.
a little theory that I want to present to you.
Okay.
Okay,
Writing
but
it
we'll
down.
save that for later. Um, until then, great app.
Super fun, man.
And happy kidnapping the president of the United States, unless you wanted to say something else.
No, you got to say, and happy watching Lost World.
Oh yeah, that's right. And happy kidnapping the president of the United States, and right after that, watching The Lost World.
Sweet. All right, let's clap. 1, 2, 3, clap.
Clap. 1, 2, 3, clap.
Clap. Fantastic. Let's stop that. 1, 2, 3, stop. Save.
All right, a
Good
solid
job,
90
dude.
minutes.
Yeah, dude. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have reported back about the gnats. Oh, well.
write that down for the result show.
Okay, I'm writing it down right now.
Because it looks like the Nets are back out in full effect.
Dude, I seriously swear there were 3 there was 1. And then I got 5 and there's still plenty more. So like I am trying to figure, I mean maybe it's that snake tree.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
There's
the snake
nothing
plant
else
back there.
botanical in here. There's no
You
food.
you don't you don't have like an apple core in your
Nope,
garbage can. That can happen to me
no,
sometimes, I must admit.
totally. So I'm like freaking out 5% because I'm like this is where I have all my cane. Like
Oh,
is there anything from cane? I mean, I have like $1,000 worth of cane in here, dude.
you don't want those
Um,
gnats getting in that.
I know.
I would
I'm like,
definitely keep that door open and maybe they'll just leave.
yeah, I'm just like, I have 2 pieces of gum. Yeah, I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
get to the bottom of this and I'll report back.
Okay.
Sweet, dude. All right.
All right, I'm
We
gonna
gotta
shut this
prep for.
off.
Oh, okay.
Bye everybody.